it downfield. It is caught. John Moran in the clutch. Oh my word. Oh my God. Deep to right field. Way up there and way out of here. Down the sideline, Jefferson. Another huge run. Jalen Red broke tackle, stayed on his feet.
What's happening, everybody? Hope you're all having a good one. And the Los Angeles Lakers are now officially not the reigning champions of the NBA, with the Milwaukee Bucks snagging this year's title, while the 2020 championship Lakers were eliminated by the Bucks' opponent in the Phoenix Suns in just the first round, LeBron's first of his career. LeBron and AD healthy are the core for a championship group, but unfortunately we didn't get to see that very much just last season, which played a huge part in why the Lakers were eliminated from this year's playoffs. But perhaps a bigger reason was their fall off at the point guard position. Last year they had playoff Rondo running the show in the bubble, which played a tremendous part in their championship run. Yet he was then traded to Atlanta this season for Dennis Schroeder, who did not live up to the role he was expected to play. Schroeder was just horrendous in the Suns series, bricking left and right, highlighted by an 0 of 9 shooting from the field in Game 4. Luckily, Schroeder is now a free agent, and so is Kyle Kuzma and KCP, who I think has no trade value at all, in Kyle Kuzma at least. I don't know what he brings to the table for any NBA team. He's barely brought in anything to the Lakers, as far as I say, but it is a long overdue that they trade him at least. Kyle Kuzma needs to get out of LA for sure. Nevertheless, if they want to put a package together with Schroeder, Kuzma, and as much as I hate to say it, KCP or THT, they could get a big-time point guard that would be able to put the Lakers in a position to combat the Nets' big three for an NBA title. According to sources, LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers have been on the hunt for a veteran point guard, and Chris Paul and Russell Westbrook are on the top of their list. With Westbrook, the Lakers could put together that trade package that I mentioned earlier and get Westbrook without taking on too big of a cap hit due to Westbrook still being under contract for next year with the Wizards. Also, the money equals out, with Schroeder will likely make around $15 million plus, Kuzma and KCP, who would each make around $13 million. That money would add up. And Westbrook's athleticism and playmaking ability would definitely help relieve some of that pressure of what will be 37-year-old LeBron James. As for Paul, it would be a perfect ending to his career, returning to LA, winning a championship alongside his boy LeBron, finally getting that monkey off his back. Unfortunately, I don't know how feasible this is for the Lakers, as LeBron and AD already take up $76.5 million of the $112 million cap space. With Paul's $44.2 million player option for next season, he is almost certainly out of the Lakers' price range, even if they were somehow able to trade every single player on their roster other than LeBron and Anthony Davis. So we will see what will happen, but all I know is that the Lakers are trying to get up their game, and I feel as though they still need to if they want to compete for an NBA title, even with the fact that they have two of the best players on the planet when fully healthy. They need another surrounding piece who can contribute at a high level night in and night out. Brooklyn upped their championship odds big time with the addition of James Harden this season to already two superstars in Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant. If the Lakers get another veteran star on the roster, they will have a lot better chance of competing in the West, let alone whoever comes out of the East, because it may not even be Brooklyn. I haven't seen that team really fully healthy together yet, so we will wait and see, because you still have that ultra star Giannis Antetokounmpo, who's going to be locked in on trying to go back-to-back. He is a superstar. He may pass Kevin Durant next year, depending on how he shows out, win a third MVP before the age of 30, 28. It would be insane. I'm not putting it out of the conversation. Giannis is quite impeccable, and what he did in the finals was crazy good. So, and they eliminated the Brooklyn Nets, so give them their credit where credit is due. But Brooklyn, once again, you have to say they weren't healthy, but no excuse for that. Giannis' championship is fully valid. I'm not taking anything away from that. but I'm just saying that Brooklyn and the Lakers right now in Vegas are the favorites, and rightfully so if they put together a good roster. But as we saw this year, underdog teams can come in. The Phoenix Suns and the Milwaukee Bucks ended up in the NBA Finals. The Suns hadn't made the playoffs in 10 years, and the Bucks hadn't won a championship in 50. It's just crazy. And they make the finals, so anything can happen. A team can come out of nowhere. Back in the bubble, Miami Heat came out, got the Bucks, got the Celtics, made the NBA Finals, and took the Lakers, LeBron, AD, fully healthy, playoff Rondo, to a 6-game series for young guys led by Jimmy Butler. So the NBA is rising, and it is more diversified than ever before. So I'm very excited to see how it plays out, and it should be an interesting season. And we will see if the two favorites in the Lakers and the Nets will square off in an NBA Finals with LeBron and Kyrie squaring it down, this time on opposing teams. So I hope you all enjoyed that. You can catch all of this and more content on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and or YouTube. I will see you all in the next one. Have a great night.